Hey LEGO fans, and welcome back to MB Bricks. Today I have a new medieval build for you of a working gristmill using LEGO power functions. If you like this build, be sure to let me know by leaving a like and a comment below, and make sure you've subscribed if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I upload new videos on Fridays. Without further ado, let's dive into this mock. I have used inspiration from previous medieval builds on this channel, as well as the official LEGO Ideas medieval blacksmith build. I wanted to do a build that I was able to include some sort of power functions, and of course settled for the classic water wheel powered gristmill. A gristmill was used in medieval times mainly to grind grain into flour for baking bread and other food. The wheel in this mock is designed to catch the flow of the water as it travels along the river, turning the mechanisms within the building. Nearby are workers harvesting the wheat from the fields using scythes, which was back-breaking work with little time for resting. After the grain is cut down, it is then bundled and carried into the shop to be crushed. I've added little details to the yard, such as a small shed that would hold the scythes and pitchforks used by the workers. I've also added a few trees and bushes to add to the medieval landscape, and used a combination of sand green and dark brown to create most of the terrain. A worn, muddy path leads from the field to the house, and a fancier cobblestone path leads beyond the mock to the main road. A quick spin to the mock shows the back of the building with a tall chimney leading up the wall to the roof. The roof comes off easily on both sides to show the upper floor of the mill. There is a staircase leading up from the main floor, and the only light is shone through the small window on the left-hand side or the two candles on either side. A female worker is filling a barrel with the freshly harvested wheat, which will be ground just below. The second floor comes mostly off, leaving part of it to show the full function of the mechanism from both floors. The wheat is brought into the mill, and workers would have to carry the bags up to the top floor, where it is then fed into the machine, dropping down to the grinding stones. The bed stone was on the bottom, and the runner stone was on the wall, and would rotate and crush the grain on the bed stone, powered by the water wheel. The crushed grain would then filter below, and you can see a worker putting the fresh flour into barrels. The flour is then bagged and sent to the market or bakeries for other uses. A large fireplace is at the back of the mill in case of cold temperatures, and a shelf of wood is tucked into the corner. Many workers are endlessly carrying the wheat upstairs, and it was extremely hard work. By taking the main floor off, you can see the basement area that I have used to store the power function equipment. This was a simple mechanism using a worm gear to slow down the speed of rotation for the water wheel, and a hole in the main floor allows this gear to rotate the upper mechanics of the machine. And that covers everything in my mock of a working medieval gristmill. I hope you've enjoyed this build, and if you want to see more medieval builds, I will leave a link in the description to a playlist of all of my medieval mocks on this channel. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do that so you don't miss out on new content. Thanks again for checking out this video today, and as always, keep on building!